All right, guys, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, and things are going absolutely crazy. So, of course, you know that we have to have a market update, and I am going to make this update right now. I'm not even going to put myself on the screen because I want to get through this really quickly, and I want to, there's just so much stuff going on. So, first things first, let's just go through the total market cap. And, this has been crazy because since literally November, since the peak, we have been in this downtrend, high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, which was basically equal to this high, but just a little bit lower, lower high. And now it's a lower high, but we're on our way up. And I say we are on our way up to make at least a new even high on the total market cap, because as you could see, this diagonal resistance was just broken. Not only was it broken, but if we go down into the lower time frame on the 4-hour, look at this. It was broken and then retested, and then we shot up from there. So that is super, super, super bullish. This is coming off of a classic crypto move that looks exactly like this, where we get the bottom, the real bottom, and then a slightly higher retest, and then we get the move up. I was expecting this move up. That's why I had a bunch of my last few alerts were all long signals, they were all longs. But I wasn't expecting the close up here. I was expecting it to close like maybe here and then fall back down and then eventually fall back down here, and the price, would tank some more. But we got the close above here and the retest, and now it looks like we're on our way up. So Bitcoin has been going absolutely berserk lately. It is up just an incredible amount, and Ethereum as well. So look at the total market cap. You see this happening, right? This is pretty big news. And then we look at the dominance levels. Now let's look at this and look at the dominance levels, and we see, okay, so we got the retest, right? Or we got the move up right here and then swing down. So now we got this huge swing down, and this is altcoin dominance levels right here. So when altcoin dominance levels reach their lows, that's when altcoin dominance starts to move up, because more money flows into the market and more money flows into altcoins, and the overall crypto market moves up. It follows this is the altcoin market dominance, and the altcoin market dominance follows the total market dominance. So as soon as this breaks, that's when as soon as this looks bullish or gets to like a good area, that's when you long alts. And we're getting into the zone where it's 61.8, and this is start to long alts here. And this actually does fall in line with my thesis, which is that we have not seen the bottom yet. My thesis is that we have not seen the bottom yet, but we will see a move up, big move up, maybe to 53,000 even. I don't want to say 53,000, probably to 49, 50,000, right? And then I think we will fall back down and we will hit 30,500 and then fall down and fall beneath that, and maybe even go down to 26K, somewhere right around here. I do think that this is still on the table, but right now things are bullish, and this is a short-term trading analysis. This is not a super long-term. If I was super long-term, I have my investment account. Check out my other video for my super long-term investment account, and I'm very well stacked within that account. I have a lot of coins, and I'm going to be continuing to stack into my long-term investment account. I never stop. I also have a Bitcoin account where I just buy it every single week, and I don't touch it ever. But this right here is for trading. And when I'm trading, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm probably 50-50 at this point. When it's at the peaks, when it's at the bottoms, I'm usually pretty good, and I'm usually really good for like a while, and then I'll get into an area where I'm not exactly sure, and I'll lose a lot. But what happens, what I do, and the way I make money is that when I'm really, really certain about things, I'll put on trades with really big position sizes, and I'll risk up to 3, 4, 5% of my entire portfolio when I'm super certain about stuff. And then when I'm not so certain, I'll only risk 1% of my portfolio per trade. So that's what I've been doing over here. I probably took 10 trades, and I didn't lose 10 trades. I didn't take 10 trades, but I lost probably 5 or 6 trades in a row over the last 2 weeks. However, remember that link trade that I took that was right over here? I'll show you this one. It was right when this happened, and I took that link trade. This was such a big trade that I took that I made so much money on this trade because I risked 4 to 5% of my portfolio on this trade. Same thing with my Rose trade. So when I got into Rose, I did the same thing, and I risked about 4 to 5% of my portfolio on this trade right here. And this made 22%, you know? So I made so much money on these 2 trades because I had such high probability and high conviction with those that even though my latest trades, not my longs, not my current longs, but my latest shorts, they like Luna, I shorted Luna, and it was and I got stopped out. I got stopped out for like a 15% loss or something like that. And even though I got stopped out on this trade for 15% loss, I only risked 1% of my portfolio. So it's like I gained a really lot. I gained like a lot. I gained like 14-15% on my portfolio in my link and in my Rose shorts, and then I'll lose like 3% of my portfolio, or I'll lose 1% of my portfolio on my Luna trade, and I lost another 1% of my portfolio on another trade that I had. So I took like a few different trades, and I lost on those. But but my losers are so much less than my winners that it's okay. And I could literally have like a 30-40% win streak, which is 30-40% win to loss ratio. I could literally win 4 out of 10 trades, and I could still be in major profit overall because my risk reward and my risk management is on point. So that's super, super, super important to know. That's super, super important to understand. So anyway, let's go back to this. Let's look at the total. You see that we got the boom up. And now we've got the retest. So that makes me bullish on the total crypto market cap and makes me think that more money is flowing into this. So where in the total crypto market cap will I be looking to see like, okay, this is overextended and I want to get out? Because remember what I said, I do believe that we will come back down. I think that we will have a really big crash. I still believe it. I just think that right now it's bullish, so I want to get in on some coins while things look bullish. And don't mix this up. Do not mix this up. What I'm saying right here, things could literally turn around, and we could have a day tomorrow, and we could lose, let's see, 1.9 to 1.6. We could lose, what is this, 300 billion, 3 billion, something like that. I think it's 300 billion. We could lose 7-8% off the total market cap tomorrow, and it could come right back down, and this could literally be a fake out. This could, not this, that's on the weekly, but this could come all the way back down and close beneath this line again, close beneath this diagonal, and this could just be a stupid freaking fake breakout. And it would have tricked me, and that could happen. That could totally happen. But I'm not playing that right now because I think that there are too many people that are sidelined and that are waiting for the price that missed the move up and think that the price is just going to keep on going down. And I think we're going to have at least a little bit of a move up, a little bit more of a move up. And so I just want to capture that, or at least try to capture it and do my best. And so when you look at this, you can see the 4 hour, it has been overbought for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. It's been overbought, massively overbought, and that is massively bullish because when this is overbought like this. This was what should have happened. The price should have shot up like how it shot up. And as soon as it reached these levels of 80 on the RSI, you know what should have happened? Boom. We should have had a freaking drop down this low, but we didn't. We had a consolidation. We're having a consolidation right here. So this is probably another consolidation, probably a fake breakdown, and like just a very slight one, and then probably another move up. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. But remember, the goal, I'm going to be taking my profits on any big moves up after this because I think that we're going to go back down again. So what will I do? Let me look at the Fibonacci. Let me look at the total market cap, and let me take the Fibonacci, because if this was the bottom, then this is the bottom. So we can now use the Fibonacci to understand it a little bit better. And so if we take that on the weekly and we go down into the daily, we get a little bit of a better picture. And by doing that, this is what we could do. We could see that it came down, came back up, hit the 38.2, and then it had a really, a crash from 38.2. So that makes sense. And now we're potentially moving back up to the 38.2 again. So just under $2 trillion. So this is the first take profit, but this is going to be the 1, 2, 3, if it reaches here, the third time that's going to hit here. So it might even actually come all the way back up to 2.4. Or maybe it won't hit 2.4. Maybe it'll just hit the 50%. I was saying the 2.4 because that's the 61.8. And that does make a lot of sense right here. If it does hit here, I'm going to be exiting all of the crypto markets, because this is such a big resistance. But right now, we have a solid 10% possible move up in the crypto markets. So I'm going to be taking some profits off here. And that's the total. Now, looking at this, we already have the Fibonacci laid out from the bottom to the top. 61.8 is right here. So this makes me more comfortable to go into alts. I want to start going into alts. And like I mentioned before, what I do is when I notice that there's a possible, actually I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I notice that there's a possible move up and things are going to go up, right? I'll look at the Ethereum to the Bitcoin chart, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And I'll say, which one do I actually want to get into, Ethereum or Bitcoin? Firstly, we just saw that the altcoin dominance levels are reaching a possible support. Now we could see that Ethereum against Bitcoin is at support, and it just hit support again. So I just loaded up on Ethereum. So I want to load up on Ethereum because this is a support level, and it's most likely going to come up and retest the resistance again. If not, maybe just get like a little bit below the resistance and do something like this, and so that's why I bought Ethereum instead of Bitcoin, because I think Ethereum is going to rise more than Bitcoin. And that's what you could do, is you could buy Ethereum if it's at a major support. And then what you could do is you could look at Ethereum again, you can look at different cryptocurrencies against Ethereum to see whether or not you should buy into it. So let's look at Solana, right? Solana against Ethereum. So ever since November, it would have been way better to be holding Ethereum as opposed to Solana, because Solana has been going down more than Ethereum has. Obviously, the whole market has been going down since November. However, Solana has gone down a lot more than Ethereum has. So whatever Ethereum has gone down, Solana has also gone down, but it's gone down 43% more than Ethereum. So you could do this, right? And then what you could do is you could notice the pattern, and then once this breaks, or maybe you take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top and you say, okay, where is it? Right here is where I want to get in, or maybe you want to get in right here. Once this reaches here, then you can convert your Ethereum to Solana, and then your Solana will probably be outperforming Ethereum. And if you go back to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, let's say you do that while Ethereum is somewhere down here, well, then Ethereum is pretty much at support too. So Ethereum's probably going to be outperforming Bitcoin. So if Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin and Solana is outperforming Ethereum, then Solana is outperforming Ethereum and Bitcoin. So it's going to be, it would be a much better buy. So that's how you can use the different tickers, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and USD, to figure out what your different cryptocurrencies are going to be doing and which ones you should be going into. So you could look at AVAX against Ethereum. So if AVAX against Ethereum comes down to this level, I will be and I am bullish overall. I will be buying a lot of AVAX. So let me turn this green and let's look at AVAX against Bitcoin. If AVAX has outperformed Bitcoin for basically forever, since at least July, since the bull run, started back up in July, it's outperformed Bitcoin by over 582%. So obviously holding AVAX was a better decision than holding straight up Bitcoin. So you could see that AVAX against Bitcoin has this support right here, and honestly, AVAX against Bitcoin is not really looking that good, because usually when it does something like that, it just sort of just falls. So this would actually be a really good short position if, let's say this is, you know what this looks like? This looks like what Link did, what Link looked like against USD. So if AVAX falls against Bitcoin like this, you could get into a short position, AVAX against Bitcoin, and literally do something like this, right? And then put the support right here. Take the Fibonacci, probably take the Fibonacci from here, bottom to top. Yeah, that would make sense. And then try to get here. And you could do something like this on a retest of the move up against Bitcoin. And so these are just ways how you can use all of the different ticker symbols to maximize the amount of gains that you have. So regardless, let's just go back to the basics now. At this point, we have the total market cap. It did that. So cool. I'm bullish. It'll probably come back down. We'll lose a little value and then it'll pop back up. That's what I think will happen. We have the altcoin dominance levels. They are getting very, 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 very close to where I would want to start to load back up on alts. I don't know why the 4 hour looks like it's literally right there, 55.66, but the daily is all the way up here, 55.66. So it's at the same place, but it looks much closer on the 4 hour. I don't understand it, but you could also see there's major supports. All this entire area is major support. So it lines up really well. So I will want to get back into alts here. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at the actual price of Bitcoin. So let's go to the monthly chart first, right? Okay, so we got the monthly chart for Bitcoin. And what can we see? We can see that we started, basically 60K and 30K, 30K and 60K. That's the range, 30 and 60, okay? We're nearly at the middle. We're nearly at the middle, and it makes more sense on the weekly. So look at this. We're nearly at the middle, and you could see this right here. Look, we have to start from where it started, right? We busted through here. Then we retested 29, okay? Came up, busted through 45, and then retested 45. Came back up, boom, came back down, retested 45 again. All right? Came back up, came back down, retested. This was 47, but it's pretty close. Retested $46,000 again. And then we bounced back, and then we, drop. This right here, after we tested this once very quickly, busted back up, retested again, retested. This level right here was very, 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 very key. Obviously, we fell down below it, came back up, but then we retested it, boom, and then we fell, right? Then we came back up, retested it. Now we're coming back up to retest it. What do you think is going to happen? Well, this is the second retest on the weekly. Maybe if we go to the daily, we could see it as something else. Yeah, this is basically 1 right here, 2 right here. It's going to be 3 retests of $46,000, 46,300 basically, or 40. Let's just say 46K. So, by the way, remember right here, 45,900. That's where I took my profits last time. That was really freaking good. So, 45,900. That is a key level. And with all of the bullish momentum, it really looks like we're going to come up here, touch 46K, consolidate, bust through it, retest it, shoot up to 49. I think that's what's going to happen. If I had to guess, that is what is going to happen. Okay, let me get rid of all of that shit. Thank you very much. So let me just go into the 4 hour now. Okay, so looks like the 4 hour is finally starting to turn around on the RSI and the stochastic RSI, which makes sense. Makes sense because this was like major resistance, right? But I don't want to short it now. Because I think that even if it goes down and it falls a little bit down to help reset the RSI, it looks like that. I wouldn't want to actually take it up here though. I would want to take it right here right at 49. 49 is the key. 49 is the key. Okay. All right. So I just plotted out the key levels, and these are the key levels. So let's start at the major ones. The bottom right here, you could see this is clearly the bottom right here. Retest, bottom, support. This is the bottom of the range. So this is the bottom of the range. Where's the top of the range? Let's go to the top right here. Boom. This is the top. Scroll right or look right. And yeah, it did have moves a little bit higher. That is true. So technically you could bring this literally all the way up to here. But this is, I mean, you can even bring it all the way up to here, to be honest. So let's just do that. Let's bring it up here. So this is the top of the range right here. This is the top of the range. There's a big top of the range. There's the bottom of the range. The bottom of the range is not as wide as the top. So that's good because it means there's less room for error. And so you want to buy at the bottom of the range. You want to sell near the top of the range. However, because we've been in a downtrend, you know, you want to start de-risking as we get closer to the top. You could technically just like hold off until the top and see if we just range bound like down, up, you know. But you see how this was a reversal pattern. This reversed, or at least it's showing to have reversed above the bottom of the range. Well, most likely will reverse from below the top of the range, and that is right here. Okay, so that's this area, this whole area right here, and this is the 61.8. So this is the most likely area for a move for it to come up to and then come back down, especially given my thesis that this is not, that we are not back into full bull blown, you know, all bets on super high risk territory, right? So there's a couple areas. This is the major one right here, which is $53,000. So I'm going to bring this a little bit lower just to, I mean, whatever. I'll keep it at 53,000. 53,000. That's the main one, right? So if it hits there, I would want to just go into stables and also short the market. A little bit below that though we have the 50% fib. This is pretty big as well. You could also see that there was some confluence over here with some resistances. So this entire area, basically above 49,000, is starting to get very, very scary. And I would want to sell some here, and then I would want to put shorts on here. So I wouldn't short it at 49,000 necessarily, unless something happens when we get to that area. But I would short it up here. And then we have the 38.2. So this is where we're at right now. And like I just mentioned, we've tapped it many times. So most likely scenario that I see is we move it. We have another big candle above it, and then we get to the 50K. So my plan is to buy right now. I bought Ethereum, and then if Bitcoin reaches up here, that's when I will sell a lot, and then I'll start selling here, and then once it reaches here, I'll sell the rest, and then I'll start shorting. And so that's going to be my game plan. Okay, so now we did Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum, because obviously Ethereum is what I'm buying right now. So look at the monthly chart, and what can you see? Let me get rid of all this stuff. Let's see, range highs and the weekly top right here. Weekly close right over here. And the I said selling here, so that's already taken care of. I already did that. Monthly, so this is the monthly close right there. That's pretty important. This is support, so I had that already planned out. And this, of course, is the ideal buy zone. So the range is between basically let's say 1,800 and 46,000. Yeah, 1,800 and 4,700. 1,800 and 4,700. That's the range. So range low, range high. All right. So let's say you take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top. Where's the midline? The midline is 3,300 right there. That's the midline. And what do you know? We hit the midline right there. So that's the resistance for Ethereum. So if Ethereum hits this is where you want to sell. So I want to say resistance right here / sell. Okay. I'll say midline / resistance / sell. And I want to say this right here. I will put this as range low / ideal buy zone, and I will place this up here, range high / weekly top. Okay, so we got all of that, and then we got the weekly close area right here. This is also so I'll say big resistance / weekly close. Boom. So we got this big resistance here. We got this big resistance here. And yeah, so this is the area. And so now let's do this. Let's take the Fibonacci. Well, first off, is this right? Yeah, this looks right. Okay. So then I'll take the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. This is 38.2. This is 61.8. So this could be brought down just a tad. This is definitely sell. Sell everything here and short. Okay. So this is where I would want to sell everything, and short is right here. This is 38.2, but I would trust the midline resistance a little bit more than that. So start selling here. Yes. And then you could see everything is ticking up. RSI, MACD, everything's ticking up. So let's go into the daily now. So now we're in the daily. Okay. And remember, we have the overall. Overall, we have the thesis that we're in a bullish, short-term bullish territory right now. So this is what I'm looking at, and honestly, yeah, it looks good to me. So I would think that maybe this would be. Let me see here. This would be the buy. Let's see, take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, from here to here, do that, lift this up a little bit, this right here, would be this would be a really good, this looks like, honestly, this looks like the move to me. So I will get rid of this, and maybe if we go to the 4 hour, we could get a better picture. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll go back to the daily, and I will post this up in the VIP. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video. I wanted to make it super short, and I guess the last thing that I want to say is that if this is just some BS, and the price and the total market cap comes back down today and it closes down here, and I get stopped out on all of my long trades and my short trades, I'm still in my short for ADA. I took out like 75% of my position though, like after this giant candle up, because I was thinking we're gonna get another candle up to wait, why is this a buy here? This is not the buy. This is it. Yeah, because I think we're gonna get another move up eventually to the 61.8, like right around here. So I closed out. So if that ends up happening, then, you know, screw this. I'm done trading. I'm just gonna like, no. But that would really suck. I hope that we get another day. Like we had, this is literally just one day. This is one day of bullish action, and now hopefully we could get one more day. That's really all that I'm asking for, is just we got one day, and now hopefully we get one more day and have 2 days of bullish price action. It seems like everything that I've just mentioned, you know, is super bullish. Hopefully we're, you know, on the lower time frames right now, we're getting back down on the RSI and resetting the RSI, resetting the MACD. Hopefully we could do that on the 4 hour, and then we could get in, you know, right here at around 42,394. And then it'll reset, and then we could, you know, move back up. That would be amazing, and that's the game plan. So I'm going to stick with that, and then hopefully I really hope Cardano moves back up and gets to, I need to delete this. This is not true. Hopefully ADA Cardano will move back up, and I could get into my big short position right here and right here. And then that would be amazing. That's all that I want. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna end this video now, just so I could get this up, and then I'll go through the rest later today. So keep on stacking those sats, and I'll see you in the next video.